بسم الله الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن تبعه هداه أما بعد. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to the class of inheritance. This is the third session, and in this session we will talk about the heirs, because it is very important to know who inherits and who does not. So the first step, after you know that there is bequest, that there is money to be divided, on who? You need to know the people. This is essential. And keep in mind always this number, 25. That is the number that you need to remember in inheritance. There are 25 heirs, 15 males and 10 females. Other than them, there are no heirs. Now, in poetry, scholars try to facilitate it, to make it easy. And they composed lines of poetry to give you the ease to remember those names. And in one of the poems, it says, وَالْوَارِثُونَ مِنَ الرِّجَالِ عَشَرَةٌ أَسْمَاؤُهُمْ مَعْرُوفَةٌ مُشْتَهِرَةٌ الْإِبْنُ وَابْنُ الْإِبْنِ مَهْمَا نَزَلَ وَالْأَبُ وَالْجَدُّ لَهُ وَإِنْ عَلَى وَالْأَخُ مِنْ أَيِّ الْجِهَاتِ كَانَ قَدْ أَنزَلَ اللَّهُ بِهِ الْقُرْآنَ وَالْعَمُّ وَابْنُ الْعَمِّ مِنْ أَبِيهِ فاذكر لذي الإيجاز والتنبيه والزوج والمعتق ذو الولاء فجملة الذكور هؤلاء. These are few lines that easy to remember for those who learn Arabic, and they included all the heirs from the side of the males. الابن وابن الابن مهما نزل. We have the son and his son, and anyone from that lineage, as long as it is connected to this deceased by pure males. Son, son's son, son's son's son, and so on and so forth. Even if you go back 10 levels. Now in our time, it's rare to have like 3 levels, the grandson or great-grandson, but it is happening. The most that you could see, 4 levels, like son's 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 son. The great-grandfather is still alive. This is happening, but it is rare. Generally, you have the son and his son only. So those are 2, the son and the son's son. What if we have son's 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 son? He is an heir. He is an heir, as long as there are no other heirs. We'll talk about that later, inshallah. So, الابن وابن الابن مهما نزل والأب والجد له وإن علا. The third is the father and his father. Again, the father and his father, meaning father's father, that is also an heir. So we have the father and we have the grandfather. Just like we have the son and the son's son, we have the father and the father's father. These are 4. These are 4 people. وَالْأَخُ مِنْ أَيِّ الْجِهَاتِ كَانَ. The brother from any side. We have 3 sides for the siblings, generally, and for the brother particularly. We have the full brother. What do we mean by full brother? Meaning that from both parents. He shares with you the both parents. He is from your mother and he is from your father. That is a full brother. Then we have a brother from a father. Your brother, he is sharing you with the same father. You and him from the same father. But you have a different mother and your brother has a different mother. Your father was married before when he had your brother. Then your father died, or his mother died, your brother's mother died, and your father married your mother, and then you came. So you and your brother, you are related to the same father, but you are from different mothers. Then the opposite, a brother from a mother, أخ لأم. You and him, you share the same mother. Your mother is the same as your brother's mother. How? You had a father, he passed away. After the iddah, your mother was married to another man. Then she had a baby boy. That baby boy is your brother from the side of your mother. You and him, you share the same mother. But he has a different father and you have a different father. So this is now the brother. We had 4, the son, the son's son, the father, the grandfather, and the brother. But it's actually 3 brothers, because the full brother, the brother from a father, and the brother from a mother. Then we have the uncle, وَالْعَمُّ وَابْنُ الْعَمِّ مِنْ أَبِيهِ. Al-Am and Ibn al-Am. We have the full uncle. What do you mean by uncle? In Arabic, uncle means the paternal uncle. The father's brother, that's the uncle. The mother's brother, that is khal in Arabic. Am is only for the paternal uncle. And that's the one that inherits. He shares with your father both parents. They share the same name. So your father's brother, he is your uncle. And his son, your cousin. But again, which cousin? He is the paternal cousin. The paternal cousin. وَالْعَمُّ وَابْنُ الْعَمِّ. Now, the uncle, he can be full uncle. He and your father, they both share both parents. Or he and your father share the same father. They belong to the same father. But your uncle had a different mother, and your father had a different mother. That is what we call Am li'ab. Then the same thing for Ibn Am. Your cousin, Ibn al-Am, and the Am. Am li'ab and Am shaqiq. Okay? So, then we have الزوج, the husband. والمعتق, the one who emancipated, the master who freed the slave. So these are the male heirs. The male heirs are 15 in details, they are 10 in brief. الابن وابن الابن مهما نزل والأب والجد له وإن علا والأخ من أي الجهات كان قد أنزل الله به القرآن والعم وابن العم من أبيه فاشكر لذي الإيجاز والتنبيه والزوج والمعتق ذو الولاء فجملة الذكور هؤلاء. So these are the male heirs. Then we move to the female heirs. أم بنت وأم مشفقة وزوجة وجدة ومعتقة والأخت. These are the females. You have the mother and her mother, the grandmother. These are 2. Then you have the daughter and the son's daughter. These are 4. Then you have the sister. Again, 3 types of sisters. You have the full sister, and you have the sister from a mother. You and her, you share the same father, but you have different mothers. And you have the sister from a mother. You and her share the same mother, but you are from a different father. So these are 3 sisters. بنت وبنت ابن وأم مشفقة وزوجة وجدة ومعتقة والأخت من أي الجهات كانت فهذه عدتهن بانت. And the sister from all the sides. You have the grandmother and we have 2 grandmothers. That's the difference. In the grandfather we have only one, the father's father. The mother's father, he is not a grandfather. He is, in reality he is, but inheritance he is not. He does not inherit. While here we have 2 grandmothers. Jadda, there are 2 grandmothers. Your father's mother and your mother's mother. Both of them are heirs. That is the difference here. We have the mother, she is one mother. Her mother is grandmother. What about your father's mother? She is also grandmother. So these are 3. Your mother, your mother's mother, and your father's mother. Mother's mother and father's mother. Both of them are grandmothers. Both of them inherit if they are on the same level. So you have your mother and you have 2 grandmothers. Then you have your daughter. Your daughter is an heir. Then you have your son's daughter, bint ibn. or your son's daughter, as long as she is related to you with all males, she is an heir. Your daughter is an heir, and your son's daughter is an heir. So we have, again, the mother, the grandmother, father's mother, mother's mother. Then we have the daughter, then the son's daughter, then we have the sister from 3 sides. Full sister from both parents, sister from a father, sister from a mother. Then we have the wife, the spouse. And finally we have the mistress, the female master who emancipated, who freed the slave. These are the 10 females. So we have 25. 15 males, 10 females. Those 25, if they were all together, someone, mashallah, he has a large family, and all of them are alive. He passed away. He passed away. Who of the 25 inherit? Who of the 25 inherits? If all of them were to be alive, there is only 5 to inherit. And actually, this is a joke that I test my students with many times. When I tell them if there are 25, all of them are there, and they start answering. It's impossible to have all of them. There has to be at least one of them missing, either the husband or the wife. You cannot say someone died and left a husband and a wife. You cannot. You cannot say a wife died and left a husband and a wife. So either the wife is gone or the husband is gone. Impossible to have all of them. So to correct the question, again, I say if we have all of them, what do I mean by all of them? Either all of them with the husband or all of them with the wife. So we have 24 heirs. Which one of them inherit? We have 5 heirs. 5 heirs. The father, the son, the mother, the daughter, and the spouse. And the spouse. These are the 5. Father, mother, son, daughter, spouse. These are the 5. If they are only males, a wife died and left a husband, a father, uncle, son, son's son, all males, 3 inherit. Who are they? The father, the son, and the husband only. On the other hand, if they are all females, the husband died, left a wife, mother, grandmother, daughter, son's daughter, who inherits? We have the mother, the daughter, the wife, the full sister. She inherits whatever is left. These are the heirs, 4, if there are only females. The daughter, the son's daughter, the mother, the wife, and the full sister. 5 heirs. It's different. With the females, we have 5. With the males, we have only 3. Father, son, and husband. With females, mother, daughter, son's daughter, wife, and full sister. So it's important to practice these heirs, to know, first of all, who they are, 25. So immediately, if you're asked, and this is your homework, I will ask you now, and you need to answer, but think before you answer. For instance, someone passed away and left a father and a son who murdered him. The son killed his father, and then the deceased left his son who killed him and his father. Who inherits? Only the father. Why? The son is a killer, so he does not inherit. That's just an example, practical example. Another example. Someone passed away and left a husband. That means the wife is the one who's deceased. She left a husband, a daughter, and a niece. Who inherits? Niece, she's not heir. She's not heir, so she does not inherit, as if she does not exist. So that's why it's important to know the 25 heirs. On the other hand, if we have a mother, a daughter, and maternal uncle, mother's brother, who inherits? Only the mother and the daughter. There is a male, yes, but he is related through a female, so he does not inherit. He does not inherit. The mother's brother, al-khal, he does not inherit. Why? Because there is a mother and there is a daughter. So you need to practice these cases to memorize by heart the 25 names, 15 males and 10 females. The inheritance for all of them is the unanimous consensus. It came in the Quran, all of them. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in the Quran most of them as well. But all scholars unanimously agreed that they all inherit. The master and the mistress, they are heirs when there is no relatives, because they are weaker heirs without a fixed share. So these are the 25 heirs. Next, now, we will talk about the fixed shares themselves. How many fixed shares we have? Because we have inheritance with a fixed share and we have inheritance without a fixed share. And a fixed share, what do we mean by it? Scholars divided it as نصيب مقدر شرعا لوارث. It's a proportion for an heir that is estimated, that is decreed by the religion. 4 words only. It's a proportion. It's a specific amount for an heir, not for anyone, only for the heir. How it was specified or how it was proportioned? By the religion. By the religion, by the book of Allah, by the sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ, by the unanimous consensus of the scholars. So this is the fixed share. How many fixed shares do we have? They are 6. 6 fixed shares. 1/2. And half of it. And half of it. 1/3. Half of it and twice of it. 6 fixed shares. I'll repeat it again. 1/2, half of 1/2, and half of the half. 1/3, twice 1/3, half of 1/3. What does that mean? We have 1/2, half of 1/2, which is a quarter, 1/4. Half of 1/4, which is 1/8. These are 3 shares. Then we have 1/3 and half of it, which is 1/6. Then we have 1/3 and half of it, which is 1/6. Then we have twice of it, which is 2/3. These are the 6 fixed shares. Now, there is one share, one fixed share, that was approved by ijtihad later on, which is 1/3 of the remainder. And we'll talk about that later, but don't busy yourself with this now. Know that we have only 6 fixed shares. 1/2, half of it, 1/3, half of it, twice of it. These are the 6 fixed shares, and we will begin inshallah from the next talk with the first fixed share, which is the 1/2. Who inherits and how much? So we'll stop here inshallah. هذا وصلى الله وسلم على نبينا محمد وعلى صحبه أجمعين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.